Good evening, or morning, afternoon, night, whenever you click the thumbnail. This is Pataya Vision. I'm your host Pataya, and today I'm going to be unboxing this box over here from Retro Game Treasure. It's a cool little 16-bit style treasure chest, kind of reminiscent of A Link to the Past. If you watched the previous video, you're familiar with Video Games Monthly. This box is pretty similar to that. You get 3 to 5 video games from consoles that you note on the website. My consoles of choice were the NES, the Super NES, the N64, the Game Boy/Game Boy Color, the PS1, and the Genesis. The main difference between this and Video Games Monthly is that Retro Game Treasure has a wishlist function. So you can ideally get a video game that you have on your wishlist into these boxes. So we'll see how that goes. So just like last time, we're just gonna put it to the side, open up the box, and awkwardly fish out games to flash to the camera. Or hopefully I'm able to provide some interesting fun facts about the games, or, you know, maybe just awkwardly talk about how I don't know anything about the game. So, where we're at. First game, N64 game. Ooh, WCW NWO Revenge. I never watched WCW, I was in more of a WWF household. But the wrestlers on the cartridge, you know, Steve Nash, Goldberg, Hulk Hogan, and Raven. Bunch of other characters in the game, you know, Sting, Bret Hart, Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero. Good roster of wrestlers, even for people who only really watch WWF/WWE. It's probably not quite as good as far as N64 wrestling games compared to WrestleMania 2000 or WWF No Mercy, but it's definitely worth playing, in my honest opinion. It's a really, really fun game. Definitely a really good start for this box, though. What else we got in here? Crap. NES game. Upside down. Oh shit, Star Tropics. Okay, so I hope y'all are ready for a 2-hour video because I can gush about this game for days. So Star Tropics can best be described as a spiritual successor to the original Legend of Zelda. A lot of the ways you solve puzzles and unlock doors kind of goes into the same mentality. You step on a random tile, you interact with an inconspicuous object. It's probably dated in design. A lot of people going into the game probably won't like it, but I personally loved it, and I continue to love it to this day. There's a good hint of Mother/Earthbound, whatever you call the series, in there too. You even fight with a yo-yo and a bat. The main character Mike might remind you of Ness. He's an American kid, baseball star, going on a worldwide adventure to fight aliens. It's a really fun game. And if you want to play it, it's actually pretty widely available. It is a first-party game, so it's on like Nintendo Switch Online's NES games or on the NES Classic. Also worth noting is that this game was on my wish list, so shoutouts to Retro Game Treasure for looking at the wish list and doing something with it. We got WCW Revenge and Star Tropics. These are 2 really good games. Let's see what we got in here to keep the train going. Boom. Oh, that's a generic slip art. Cool. But what's in it? Cubics, Racing Robot. Oh my god. Look at that 4Kids logo. Oh man. I haven't seen that in a minute. So, I'm gonna be real. I've never watched Cubics in my life. I have no idea what Cubics is. I know it was on Kids WB, I think, and I just didn't watch it because it wasn't Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Racing Robots, I assume that means that this is a racing game. I don't know, it's kind of like Rugrats, the last one. It's like, I have no idea what the series is. I don't know, I have no attachment to it. So that's 3 games, so we got something else in here, so we're making good time there. This is a Genesis box. Boom! Miss Pac-Man on the Sega Genesis. Comes with the game, I assume. Oh! We got the manual and a insert. That's pretty cool. We all know what Miss Pac-Man is. It's a game where you play as a pizza and you go through a maze and you do drugs. I actually played Miss Pac-Man long before I played like regular Pac-Man. Like, this was my arcade default game. Where my mom would always play Galaga, Miss Pac-Man would be my jam. And I remember buying this game on the Super NES, and it went really slow. I'm used to the arcade version going super fast and the console version going super slow, so I'm hoping when I put this game in the Genesis, it's a little faster like the arcade version as opposed to the speed from the Super NES version. It's really cool that this came with the box though, and all the inserts and manuals. That's really cool. That is really, really cool. So was it a good box? I would say yes. Yes, it was. I'm gonna let the biases fly wild here, but Star Tropics is definitely the star of the show. God, I love that game. I cannot overstate how much I love that game. WCW Revenge is really fun too. Miss Pac-Man seems like it's one of those games that they have a lot of copies lying around, kind of like Tetris and Dr. Mario with the Video Games Monthly box. But the fact that it comes with a box and like the inserts is really, really cool. So Cubics though is kind of disappointing for two reasons. A, it's the one that I have like no like real connection to, and B, being the only disc-based game, being in a generic box is kind of detrimental as far as being a collector goes. I'm not being too nitpicky here. I can't like dock points or anything because I've already had like 3 good games out of this, and I came in expecting 3 less good games. So overall, the box was really good. I'm probably going to end up taking out the PS1 for consoles as far as games I'm getting from Video Games Monthly and Retro Game Treasure, because the only one PS1 game I get comes with the generic case. Probably a lost cause, probably swap it with Game Boy Advance or something. So I know what you're thinking. Hey, how can I get my hands on a box like this and support you at the same time? No, you're probably not thinking that, but in case you are, there's a referral link down in the description below. If you click that and you buy a subscription, if 3 of you do that, I get a free box. People are already making influencer jokes, so I mean, hey, might as well act the part, right? A lot more information on the website and Retro Game Treasure in general is going to be in the description as well. But to start wrapping this video up, let me know, like, is the lighting better? Is the audio better? Is the overlay cool? And the reason I ask these questions is because before I start streaming, I want to make sure all the external things are in line. I know I'm going to stutter and I'm going to be a mess, but I mean, as long as the lighting and the audio is good, the rest will come together over time. So let me know if you have any suggestions. And if you're into this kind of thing, you know, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video around. In closing, stay safe, stay sane, stay hydrated, and I will see you next time. Guess this counts as a Misty cameo, huh? Okay then, jerk.